The Kota Gede Museum was originally the Kalang House, a former legacy of the Kalang people. Named Mrs. Nuriah. Mrs. Nuriah was the daughter of the richest person in Kota Gede at that time. She herself continued her father's business, such a pawn shop and silver business. Museum Kota Gede was purchased by the Yogyakarta Cultural Office in 2014 for 10 billion. At the end of 2021, Museum Kota Gede was officially inaugurated as a cultural heritage museum and open to the public. To enter the Kota Gede Museum, tourists are not charged any fees and only need to make a reservation online or on site and write their names in the visitor book provided. After that, we will be directed to the baggage storage area to store our belongings in the provided lockers. After that, we will look at the overall map of the Kota Gede location. Then, move slightly to the central area of Mataram Islam, where we will read about the transformation of power and the development of Islam in the archipelago during the Mataram Islam Kingdom in the 16th and early 17th centuries. In this pendopo, we can see the architectural style of the Kalang House, which originates from the blend of two cultures, Javanese culture in the function of the building and the naming of the pendopo, and European culture in the stained glass and ceramic tiles imported directly from Europe. We move to cluster 1, which is the archaeological, state, and historical landscape culture. Here you can see the history of Watu Kilang, Watu Gateng, and Watu Gentong collection. And we can also see the history of the formation of the Islamic Mataram Kingdom through an interesting video display, and also see several collection of artifacts used during the Mataram Islam Kingdom era at the site location in Kota Gede. Before entering the next culture, on the left there is a play correct the future traditional Javanese games. Entering the performing arts culture, it tells about traditional literature and the daily life of the Kota Gede community. Continuing to the first room, there are several typical dishes from Kota Gede display using interactive media. Then we can also see the process of making the food display in 3D, such as kue kembang waru, kipo, yangko, and legomoro. Next, in this room, we can watch several cultural performance video held annually in Kota Gede through a TV that uses a sensor device. And we can also see the collection of wayang, which is part of the unique performing arts of Kota Gede. In the skill cluster, it tells about the architecture of traditional Javanese houses through a collection of miniature. In addition to architecture, this cluster also includes one of the largest sources of income for the Kota Gede community at the time, which was silver. This collection explains the quite complex process of silver making, from the smelting process to the engraving using special tools that we can see through a touchscreen display. In addition to viewing the collection, history, and architectural style of the Islamic Mataram Kingdom era, we can also see some of Mrs. Nuriah relic in this room. In addition, this museum also has a fish pond located above a bunker, which has ultimately become a unique characteristic of this museum. And for your information, Kota Gede Museum also has a bag maintenance program held every 2 weeks on Fridays. Lastly, but by no means less important, this museum also provides parking space for motorcycles and cars.
Specific shores where the terminus lies, Pacific Northwest.